you in spite of who you are. A love that will give even when you have nothing to give back. Even, and I can assure you that this past weekend, somebody didn't get a Valentine card. Somebody didn't get flowers or a box of candy. And they're upset today. They didn't receive it. Well, I stop out here to tell you that whether you receive it or not, love removes those feelings. If you love me, you ought to love me in spite of who I am. You ought to love me not because of what I can do for you. Y'all don't want to hear that today. I see that. But Paul is trying to get the people in Corinth, the church, to see what love really looks like. See, unfortunately, church people think love looks like this. Because I come in on Sunday morning. Because I put my tithes in. And because I look at Sister So-and-so cockeyed, I still love. But Paul says that's not love. See, love will get rid of some stuff in the church. Love will tear down houses. Love will build a gap between those that can't even sit beside each other in the church. But they walk into God's church talking about I love the Lord with all my heart and with all my soul. And yet when Brother Joe sit in front of them, they don't like Brother Joe. They can't even hear the preacher for looking at the back of Brother Joe's head. I tell you that Paul is trying to give the church a true picture of love. Love my brothers and sisters, you're going to get along all right. Love my brothers and sisters, you're going to welcome each other in. Love my brothers and sisters. Love will put some distance between this mess that you find in the church. I want you to know that I'm just not talking about 3rd Street. When I say church, I'm talking about the church universal. Because I've got just enough to know that some people walk into church Sunday after Sunday with hate in their hearts. That's why they can't give up something that happened to them 50 years ago. Will not sing on the choir because Sally's on the choir. Will not come to Bible study because old James come to Bible study. I wonder if you know what I'm talking about. You sitting there looking at me like it's a strange thing. Tinkling cymbals. You're doing nothing but making a lot of noise. And I declare, my brothers and sisters, sometimes around the church, that's all you get is a bunch of noise. A bunch of noise makers. Some of those who jump the highest and shout the loudest hate the most. Y'all don't hear what I'm talking about. But Paul is saying that love, this is what love looks like. I stopped by to tell you today that the love of God is the true love. That's the love that you ought to imitate. The one that pulled you out of the marriage place. The one that cleaned you up when you were dirty. I wonder if you know what I'm talking about. Love. Oh, I wish I felt like preaching this today. Because in the church, where you ought to find love. Where you ought to find people smiling. Where you ought to find people shaking hands. I declare sometimes in the church, there's more ice in the church than it is in your freezer. You know what I'm talking about. You walk in the church and you can feel it. But I like to walk in a church where I feel love. Where people are smiling at me. Where they're welcoming you in. And not just to make a show, but because they love you from the heart. God loved you so much. So much that he gave his only begotten son. And whosoever believe in him should not perish,